What's going on, guys? I hope you are doing well this weekend. It is 5:26 p.m. Central Standard Time where I'm at. I just wanted to update you on the Bitcoin chart. Last time I left you guys pretty much around here. I had told you guys I had taken profits because I had noticed a rising channel. At the time I had it, actually it wasn't a rising channel. Yeah, because I had placed it in a different format, uh, shape format, where initially I had kind of had it like this, kind of like as a rising wedge. But, after further review, I did notice that it was actually, in fact, a rising channel. No big difference, really. Both are bearish in nature. And guess what? We did get a bounce. I told you guys that my intention was to see what happens when price comes back down and retests this level. We did get one more pump after a back test, and I wasn't able to get in on that long scalp that I had talked about in that last video. I got busy and I just wasn't really looking at the charts at the time. But essentially, yes, we did get that, and we did get that second bounce, but we did ultimately get a rejection. And what was rather interesting is here on Market Liberator B, we did get a low and a high, right? So this is a low, ever so slightly. Then we got a high. Then we got a high. Then we got a low. Okay, so when you see stuff like that, that is bearish in nature. That is bearish divergence that was showing up on Market Liberator B on the 1 hour time frame and also on the candles. So if you caught that, you would have gone into a real nice, juicy short position. I didn't necessarily catch that, I'll be honest with you. I just closed out my long here, and I've just been, watching idly as to what's been going on. I could have initiated this short position. I'm just haven't really been focusing on that. I've been really focusing on like a business that I'm trying to start at this time. So haven't necessarily been trading as much as I would like, but I do love analyzing the charts for you guys. So just wanted to give you an update on everything. So how this usually works with this rising channel here. As you can see here, even the secondary resistance levels are starting to show some strength here. So price could not sustain above this particular level. Okay, we were kind of getting some flirtations around it, but ultimately the bears were successful in keeping this area as resistance, and we got a nice little dump off here. So we are kind of witnessing a little bit of a bear flag. Usually this is a continuation to the downside. I'm gonna do a quick view of this. So it's pretty obvious that you can see this kind of line right here. You know what, I'm just gonna, there. Okay, so price could either, pump to the upside here, come back in or something like that, or price could break down and we just continue to the downside. Ultimately, I'm going to be honest with you, given that this rising channel did break to the downside, I am going to continue assuming that we might see lower prices. So I'm going to do a quick intraday Fibonacci extension. Okay, so this is what that looks like. We go to the very tippy top and we go to the tippy bottom. Okay, then I'm going to change the colors because we already have a fib level out there. So we're at the 618. Okay, so if price were to break out of this triangle pattern, okay, and regain the 786, maintain it as support, then you could expect prices to go pretty much all the way back up. Whoops, pretty much all the way back up to 29.1. All right. But, whoops, if price is unable to sustain that 618 level, we're most likely going to go lower. I'm seeing some confluence at the 236 right here because we have a larger Fibonacci level showing the 618 right here. So we have some confluence right there. I like confluence. Ultimately, my base case of perspective is that we're going to eventually break down a little bit more, and we might find support here. It may be a wick to these levels, potentially. It is the weekend. A lot can happen during the weekend. Sorry, just I was trying to take off that that line by just doing undo, undo, undo. Anyway, yes, that's pretty much my base case for a Bitcoin on the hourly time frame. We are literally, Laticia is showing that we are in the mid level here. We're literally going to be probably trading sideways for the time being, ultimately until we see a capitulation to the downside, or maybe even a lower high to the upside. But yeah, given that price is respecting these support and I'm sorry, these resistance lines here, I'm leaning more bearish because we have a high, then we have a lower high, so that's indicative of a macro bearish trend. Now we did have this temporary upward sloping trend here, but it already broke to the downside. And I told you guys in the last video, there's a 60% likelihood that this will break to the downside, and guess what? Hey, we've experienced that. So at this time, I'm out of the market. I'm just kind of like, I'm not even shorting this. I really don't, unless it's like an obvious move or something like that. I really don't like to trade during the weekends, frankly. I kind of just like to sustain things, and well, we'll see how things kind of shake up. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it short for you guys. I gotta go, I have a call. But anyway, have a great rest of the weekend. Take care. Bye bye.